Is my lighting okay?
Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe. Josh Harris, your lighting is always okay because
Thank
you
you.
always look awesome. So there you go.
Yeah, it looks kind of like you have a halo or something there behind your, and I hear angels singing. But that's only you. Come on. What's the deal?
The joy of the Lord is my strength, man.
Yes.
Comedian, musician, Superman. It's Josh. Love having Josh on. Funnyjosh.com is his website to go to. I wanted to catch up with you and notice some things on your Facebook. Want to talk a little bit about Joshua's Giants.
Yeah.
There's a song, there's a video, and also talk about. I saw an interview with you on the Catholics Come Home. I guess it's a network.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really good interview. And
thank you.
In fact, you actually said stuff on that interview that I don't know that I knew. I thought you had told us everything, but we'll talk about that in a second. But first, how are you?
Oh, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I'm really grateful we got this music video out. It definitely it was a labor of love. I mean, I'd probably been working on it for over 4 months, since July. And for those who may not have seen it, I'm really proud of it. Essentially, it's a music video that we're hoping is kind of like an anthem for life. And we had Jason Horde record it from Third Day, who is fantastic. He mixed, he recorded it, played guitar, and had a beautiful female worship leader, Jaden No, sang on it. And essentially, it's a song from the perspective of a mother who was going to end a pregnancy and courageously chose life and now loves her child dearly. And so we penned and produced this song, and maybe even the more challenging part, or as challenging as producing it, was getting the pieces together to tell different women's stories that were literally moments away from ending a pregnancy at an abortion clinic and met one person, or, found a supportive voice outside that was praying for them, that offered them help and resources. And as a result of that one champion in their corner that was, being an ambassador of the hands and feet of Christ, they chose life. And now we have video of them, loving on their children and how grateful they are. And we try to tell a bunch of different stories throughout the duration of this video. So I think it is really poignant. We're proud of it.
Awesome.
It's a well done video. You mentioned the stories, and I actually watched it all the way through. I got to tell you, I don't always watch videos all the way through.
Yeah.
Because I have an attention problem.
Yeah.
And, squirrel.
See, there it goes.
But I watched the stories and was deeply moved. Now, you're part of this now. Joshua's Giants, is that you with a bunch of other giants, or who's Joshua's Giant?
Yeah, it's actually just it's a music project I started a couple of years ago. I put out like 3 releases through it, but I just didn't want people to get too confused when they type in Josh Harris and then there's an album called I'm Here, You're Welcome, and maybe they were looking for Christian music. They're like, I don't know, this doesn't really add up. So,
I'm Here, You're Welcome.
Yeah, this guy, that's like saying I don't like to brag, but I'm really humble. So this was a little bit of an identity shift in order to distinguish between the 2 different entities. So, there's the Christian music, and plus there's not any Joshua's Giants on iTunes. So it makes things kind of pretty easy for people to find if they're looking for the music. So it's more of a long play, right? Because I figure over the years, I'll be releasing much more music, and this will be a way to kind of immerse a catalog and not get it confused with my stand-up content as well.
Now, I know it hasn't been out super long, but what kind of feedback have you gotten on it so far?
I think the most regular feedback I've got is it made me cry, which is really cool. And then I got to tell you all this story actually, because this is a trip. I released this video. I released this video online. And you know how we are. We act like we're doing everything just for God's glory, but there's always, elements of pride, and you never do everything for 100% the right reason. So I released this video, and in the very beginning, it looked like it was just flatlining. Like 7 people liked it, 1 person shared it, and I'm like, well, this is not what I was looking for, right? I mean, it just looked like we had hit a stalemate, and I'd signed up to do an hour of Eucharistic adoration, prayer in front of the Blessed Sacrament, and we believe that the Lord is there just in a very powerful and real way. And so I'm in there and I'm praying, and I'm on my knees and I'm saying, like, God, did I just waste the past 4 months recording this song? I'm really having this kind of pity party. Did I just waste the past 4 months recording this song, this video? And I play Bible roulette, and it's a pro-life video, but not in a condemning way, just in a way that shows the beauty of these women that chose life and how much they love their kids. So I say that, and I play Bible roulette, and I open up my Bible.
Roulette. I love that.
And I just open it up to whatever it is, and I land on Psalm 102. Now you could not have asked me what was in Psalm 102. I've read the Psalms, but that's not something I've committed to memory. I mean, there's a lot of them, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so this is what it said in Psalm 102, verse 18, when I'm having this pity party thinking, God, should I have recorded this? Literally, I open my Bible, and this is what I read. Let this be recorded for a generation to come, so that a people yet unborn may praise the Lord.
Wow.
That he looked down from his holy height from heaven. The Lord looked down at the earth to hear the groans of the prisoners and to set free those who were doomed to die.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And
you said, okay, God.
Yeah, what did you say after that, Josh?
I just thought, God, I thought we were on Boost Mobile. Apparently it's Verizon. My bad.
Verizon 5G, no less. So.
Yeah, exactly.
How cool is that? Josh Harris, funnyjosh.com. Where can they see? It's on your Facebook, just the Josh Harris Facebook. They can see that.
Yeah. So I put it on my fan page. I have a Joshua Giants fan page, but I ended up, so anyway, that the second part of that story is, so I go home and I pray that night. I do my thing. I go to bed. I'm like, all right, well, I guess this is just too touchy of a topic. And this video will maybe it'll help a few people. And that's really, if it, Jesus left the 99 for one. So if it just impacts one person, it's worth it. Even though as an artist, I hope it touches more than that. I want my music to be loved by everyone. I mean, that's just part of my pride. So I go to bed, I wake up the next morning, and it's got like 1,400 views, 66 shares.
Wow.
And this was Monday. I've put no advertising money into it. Now it's like, last I checked, it was closing in on 6,000 views. That's organically,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
great.
I think getting closer to 200 shares or so. One of my friends sent me a text. She was like, Josh, her name's Kathy. She's actually one of the women in the video who is helping all the other moms that are in crisis pregnancy. I get this text before I go to mass the next morning. And before I'm about to enter church, she says, Josh, your video had like 200 views when I looked at it. Like, boo. But I shared it in all my pro-life groups, and now it has 1,400. Like, yeah, baby. Like, it was so cool.
Wow.
But I don't know. It's a kind of a reminder, man. Like, if God's my co-pilot, I'm in the wrong seat. So I just Jesus is taking the wheel, man. I'm very grateful.
Awesome.
Hey, when we share it, it's going to be 1,402 viewers, and I love
yeah,
that's just the kind of power we have.
Y'all are big deals, man. I mean, you're the only person that's. Hey, I like your contract. If no one can see your screen, Dan is such a big deal. He said, I refuse to be a part of Salem Media unless I can broadcast from the Bahamas.
Yeah. Every day. Yeah, and they're paying for it, so it's
exactly.
Awesome.
I'm still waiting on the bird to fly by, but I haven't seen one yet.
I have a no-fly zone over me. Poop on me.
There you go.
He built a wall around his studio there. Way to go.
And the pigeons are paying for it.
Funny guy, Josh Harris, funnyjosh.com. You mentioned that it is a different video.
Mm-hmm.
It is not aggressive in the sense of, hey, turn or burn, but I thought it was very well done.
Thank you.
Moved by the stories and the courageousness. Dan, is that a word? Courageousness?
Sure, it is now.
Yeah.
The courage of the two ladies. The one I was going to ask you, one's Kathy. I don't know the other's name, but I guess they faithfully stand out in front of an abortion clinic. I'm not sure. And then they get to pray with and talk to people. And
Absolutely.
These young ladies are ready to, pull the trigger basically. And on the other side of it, there's been twins. They're just happy that have turned that thing around. Wow. Tell us about this Kathy. Who is she?
Yeah, well, Kathy and Mary they're heroes, and I mean they're kind of like the unsung saints of our generation. I think some of the most heroic ambassadors of Christ are the ones that aren't noticed or applauded by the world, so to speak. And so these are just two sweet, wonderful moms that felt the call, I guess, to go out and stand up for life, and so they faithfully go to these abortion clinics and pray and lovingly offer help, hope, and resources to people who think that nobody's in their corner a lot of the times. And so, I mean, they've helped through their pro-life ministries, paid people's rent. They've got one woman who chose life who has 6 kids. They've put her in a house. They put her in an Airbnb for like 3 months. And then throughout the rest of the year, they have her in a house that they've rented through their ministry. I mean, they just gave someone a car. Kathy's ministry did through St. Bridget Church. They gave someone a minivan who chose life. I mean, so they're the real deal. And I have actually shadowed them and done quite a bit of pro-life outreach myself. And Mary and I together started a side, pro-life ministry called Sidewalks Save, where people can sign up and go and join us in prayer for an hour or more in front of a clinic in Buckhead during peak operational hours, and just let people know that they're loved. And really, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just show up and pray with us, and we can lead you in that and help. But we've seen so many lives saved and hearts healed. In fact, I think we've had 3 or 4 women this summer with twins choose life. So that's pretty incredible. Yeah. And we've had some dramatic ones too. I mean, last week a cab driver or an Uber driver when we explained and talked to what happened. I've never seen this happen before. The cab driver went in and got the woman out, and then she came out and spoke to us. And Mary, I think Mary and Kathy were really leading the charge on that one, but I was there. And apparently she had a poor prenatal diagnosis. They took her to get a second opinion at a pro-life, I think OBGYN, and he gave her some progesterone. Things are looking good now. And, gratefully she's in a happy place, and her and her baby are safe and sound. And the cool thing was when she got home, there was a candle that was lit in her, I guess where she lived. I don't know if it was an apartment or a house, but there's a candle lit, and she sent us a text message of it. And the candle said "Guardian Angel," and I thought that was pretty poignant.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Josh Harris telling us the story. A couple of more things real quick, Josh, and then we got to go to a break. They can watch that video, your interview, and I love what you said. Of course, we knew that your dad is Jewish.
Yeah.
Mom was Christian, and you told the gentleman interviewing you that you were Jewish.
Yeah, sure.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. Okay. So 11 days, 10, 11 days, whatever it is. I've lost count. The new math. Election.
Oh, boy.
I just remember the political thing you did with Dan, which was off the chain. Have you done any of that stuff at all, or you've just put that in the closet or on the shelf, or what?
I did a stand-up show last night, actually, at a pretty high-end apartment community. I did bust out the political commercial bit.
I was about to tell you, Josh, I think of you every night, and it's not in a weird way. It's because all of these stupid political ads that I see every night, I always think of Josh Harris and that awesome political ad.
Thank you. Well, I've seen so many of them, too, and I mean, I've stopped and it just like, it just is very... it can infect you. I mean, regardless of where you are. I mean, these are just like pretty corrosive. But one of my favorites I've seen is I just saw a commercial and they were like slamming some person for some things that they were claiming the person did.
Yeah.
And they said at the end of the commercial, it was like, Dan Radcliffe, career politician, career criminal. Yeah. And then the other one, it was like Rick Probst. When he's talking, he's lying.
Isn't that every politician though?
I mean, like, geez, man, come on. So
yeah, my son and I we just have to laugh because, and we make a joke about it, so-and-so likes to kill puppies. That's basically what they're doing.
I don't think it's just us that's really tired of this. I mean, even the people that are not on television, on radio, entertainers, actors, whatever. Yeah. I think your average person is just sick of the mudslinging, and we're all ready for it to just be, let's get on with this thing. Yep. I'm voting for Josh Harris. Who's with me?
Josh Harris for president.
All right. FunnyJosh.com. Josh, we got to take a break. We would love to catch up with you before Christmas. Do you have anything planned, a show or two?
Any shows coming up?
I think I do have one at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, actually. When is that? I think November 15th. It's actually a comedy class graduation. And then, if anyone is interested in checking out our song, you can just go to songssave.com. It's songs like plural, SONGS, save.com to check out the music video, Eyes of God, and be moved and share it with all your friends and family. Let's touch hearts and, let people know they're loved and there's help out there.
Awesome. That's good. Songsave.com and funnyjosh.com as well. Josh, we love you. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.